Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store. And around the world on MikeO'Mara.show.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Well, hail, the gang's all here. It's the Friday show, the Mike O'Mara Show. We're delighted to have you with us.
A perfect on-time start.
Yes, delightfully so. Lots going on in the world, lots of going on for your weekends. It's May. It's May, the month of May. What is it?
Time.
Outdoor...
humping started the first.
So
yeah.
It's the month of May, which is a crazy month here in Washington, D.C.
Right.
Crazy. I mean, I don't know about you guys.
Right.
But it's gotten a little crazier for me.
Well, for you, yeah.
Yes, it's just been running around promoting the ride I have, and
yes.
we have, of course, a national holiday here at the O'Mara household with a baby shower. We'll tell you all about that coming up.
You are so excited.
I am very excited.
The studio looks great in pink.
Yes, it does. It's well decorated.
Sorry you're having a boy,
but every now and then,
pink.
every now and then, a listener will. We get stuff all the time from our listeners. You're a big part of the show. You contribute to this show.
Oh, yeah.
You send us things that we like. You send us things we don't like. You fight with us. You don't fight with us. You're supportive. You're not supportive.
The listener, Mike, is the fifth man.
It's the fifth man on this team, Rob.
You're right.
It's the way it goes. And every now and then, a listener will send something that has potential.
Uh-huh.
And usually, more often than not, it's okay, but it's not the great joy that I anticipated.
It's the germ of an idea.
Right. Today is an exception to the rule.
Really?
An exception to the rule that allowed me to blow out my first segment that I had planned.
No.
Hey.
An audible?
Which was going to be Michael William, Inside the Womb.
Oh, good. We're going to meet your son.
We will do that perhaps next week.
Still to come.
Well, with the baby shower weekend, I thought that would be fun as well.
Yeah.
I had to put that on the back burner because listener Sean Fahey, I don't know if you're familiar with listener Sean Fahey.
I know the
Irish.
name. Yeah.
Wonderful Irish lad who was concerned because every time Oscar is on the show, we hear this music for Oscar. Kind of drives Oscar nuts. You know, it's Oscar's World.
Oscar's World.
Oscar's World. And, of course, that was found
Oscar's
by
World.
Mr. Rob Spiewak,
Yes.
who found that. And,
I hate Rob for that.
Oh, but there's so many more reasons to hate me.
No, that's your number one with a bullet.
I am
Terrific.
I am here to tell you, Mr. Santana, that today is your day of payback. Because listener Sean Fahey has provided me
Don't like the way this is going.
with,
dear.
when I hear something that I know will be a permanent part of this show, it's a truly special day for me.
boy.
Please let it be good.
Is a
This
game
is-
changer, Mike?
This is a game
Oh,
changer.
man.
Oh, God.
You, my friend, Mr. Spiewak.
I think, I meant to say this. I need to go.
Got stuff
I've
to
got
do.
things I got to see a guy about a thing.
Sean Fahey didn't write this, he didn't sing this, he didn't produce this, but he has provided me with the Rob Spiewak theme song.
His anthem?
A lot of people realize that when I talk about, different issues that I rant and I rave about, Rob, I always talk about lollipops and puppy dog
Yes,
tails.
yes.
Sure.
Just doesn't matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, for purpose of explanation, that's the way Rob is on the show. Everything's wonderful, la, la, la. And the fact is, that's why this theme song for Rob Spiewak
Rob's theme.
is perfect. It has a title, but I will not be using this title.
Oh.
The working title of the song is Why I Never Worry. But, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Tiny Tim singing what now will be referred to as Rob's song.
Here we go.
Rob's theme.
Thanks, Sean.
I just go my way, living every day. Without worrying comes to free. Things that bother you never bother me.
Here's the hook.
Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine.
Oh, this is so perfect. Finally,
The Rob
something.
song.
Mike, I cannot thank you enough.
The
It's so
Rob
true.
song.
I love it.
Loving in the sunlight, laughing in the moonlight.
I
Rob
think we'll need to
Spiewak.
cue it to the hook, though.
I hope there's a better recording of it, but it's the words
Trust
are
me, I'll
perfect.
find it, yeah.
It's perfect for Rob.
Should I turn my part down a little bit?
No, I think you're okay.
The lyrics are perfect.
Let's listen.
Here we go.
I'm right here to stay when I want to stay. I'll be right in my
You don't even have to hear the lyrics. It's just Tiny Tim going, la 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 la.
What I love is it's classic Tim. It's not older Tim. It's Tim in the golden age.
That's right.
I'm gonna play
Are you
some
using a phonograph to play that?
You know, it sounded so much better on my computer.
This is like those movie mixes we were talking about
yeah.
the other day.
Happy and lucky me.
You know what Rob is? Rob is he's so kind and so happy, like it's just general outlook at life that he's going to outlive us.
Yes, of course.
He's going to outlive all of us.
It's such a lie.
Here we go.
I doubt I'll make it the weekend.
I know, I believe that with my heart.
All right, now we'll try to enhance. And here's the man who's tasked with enhancing the audio.
You know
of
what this is?
I
This
think
is
that's
like when
fair.
my grandmother used to send my
It's
uncles.
also I oversold it because the audio is crap. That's what
it'll
it is.
be fine.
Because
It
it's
will
like
We'll get a better mix.
This is
we'll
like
get
when my grandmother used to send my uncles Sam and Philip out to cut their own switch for their spankings. They'd say, "Can you go and find a better copy of this song?"
I think it's perfect.
I do too.
So from now on it'll be.
Yeah. I think that should probably go into your machine,
What's that?
your replay machine.
It will go into the machine, but let me try to find an enhanced copy.
Oh,
Because I want it to.
So
sound
the way
fun.
it'll be. How was your weekend, Rob?
Well, it was great. I went to a theme park and
See,
taught my
is
dog
perfect.
how to shake hands.
It is perfect.
I love
Hey,
it.
Rob, we're really concerned. There's a major terrorist threat on the horizon. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's not in Leesburg though, is it? There's actually going to have to be several cuts.
Yes.
There'll be an isolated reaction one, and then the longer one that's right to the hook. Yeah.
Oh man, Mother's Day was pretty good for you.
Best one ever.
hey, Rob, your gallbladder just exploded.
Yeah, but I've got medical insurance.
Mr.
All right,
Bright
that's
Side.
it. Thank you very much. Lick it, Rob.
I love it, love it, love it, love it. Look for it in an instant replay near you soon.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
It's the
Took
Michael
enough time.
Mara Show.
It totally took him off guard.
Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Michael Mara Show.
Get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
You can't appreciate how awesome a dog is as a kid. You can only do it as an adult. As a kid, there's like no frame of reference. It's like you're a kid. Your whole life is awesome. It's awesome, right? You ever think about being a kid? You had no money, you had no ID, no cell phone, no nothing. No keys to the house. You just ran outside into the woods. You weren't scared of nothing. I challenge you to do that as an adult. All your ID, all your credit card, just run out of the house, no phone. Turn the corner where you can't see your house and not have a full-on panic attack like, oh my God, what if something happens to me? I'll get locked up, no one will know who I am. What if I twist my ankle? Your whole life is awesome as a kid, right? You show up, no money, you just get stuff, grilled cheese, movie tickets, right? Why wouldn't a dog be awesome? Everything is awesome. It's not till you're an adult that you appreciate it, right? Your dreams start dying, somebody cheats on you, right? Bankers up your 401k, and then you come home, that dog's looking at you like, dude, you're awesome. It's like, no, dude, you are awesome. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Absolutely. It's unreal.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his settee, here's Mike.
Live from Studio 1K in the Pfeiffer Broadcast Center, this is Mike O'Mara Show. We're downloaded worldwide 18 million times, powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today's show is brought to you by Vistaprint.com. When you ask Vistaprint to make your business card, Vistaprint makes your business card. They don't farm it out. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the Vistaprint team has talent, amazing talent. Tell Vistaprint what line of work you're in, and start designing. You choose the fonts, colors, layout, and the size of the text, and your logo or a photo. Or you can upload an entire card that you have designed yourself, like Rob Spiewak has done.
Exactly.
And personalize the back of the card as well. Upgrade to even higher quality stock in matte or glossy, premium, regular, or recycled, and you can really shine with Vistaprint's foil finish cards.
Oh, I love that.
Foil.
Here we go.
Well, fancy.
I'd like to get those. I might try those. Right now, Vistaprint can get you 250 top-quality business cards for just $10, and they pay the shipping. To get this offer, go to Vistaprint.com and enter the code TMOS in the search bar. 250 top-quality cards with free shipping for just $10. Go to Vistaprint.com and enter the code TMOS in the search bar. Everything all right over there, fellas?
But Rob's camera was pointed in the wrong direction. We couldn't see the poor boy.
Was it pointed at his left nipple?
I think
No,
so.
that's where you always point it, Mike, and I try to correct it.
But it makes you happy, doesn't it?
Well, it makes me very happy, Mike.
It's fixed now.
Sorry.
I see.
Great nipple.
It sounded great there.
Well, that was just
It
the
did,
beginning of it.
right.
Yes, I know.
It starts well.
Oh, wow.
I think he's sabotaged.
Yeah, he's running the board.
He sabotaged me.
Yeah, that's
what
me.
he did.
Me all over.
Here we go.
See, he turned it down.
I didn't even flip and touch it.
Wow, woozy wow.
Yeah, I didn't touch
Oh,
it.
it was-
great. Thank
but
you,
anyway,
Sean
Sean Fahey, thank you very, very much.
Great job.
As opposed to the other guy on Facebook that I dealt with, that I obsessed with last night.
Who's that?
Yeah, what's that guy's deal?
This falls into, well, you have something to do with it, Buzz.
Uh-oh.
Because he's one of your people.
I see.
So the fact
Buzzite?
is, what's great is I get, what the thing is, if somebody like gives Buzz crap about me or me about Buzz or Rob about Oscar,
Right.
we send a message out that says unfriend him, and everybody unfriends
does,
him.
yeah.
That's the only way we have complete and total
And
solidarity.
you know, that is really the fastest this show ever moves.
yeah, we do.
It could ta-
respond.
it's taken us 70 weeks to get a new server, but if we want to unfriend someone, it happens inside of 2 minutes.
Except I don't know whether Mark unfriended him yet, because I didn't get a response back
I
from Mark.
checked. I wasn't his friend.
It wasn't. It
was
was.
on the
Oh, you
list.
weren't.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
wasn't,
were.
but you know what I did? I blocked him just for good measure.
So last night, this is me being like hyper petty. This is really.
No.
Is that Tom Petty's
I did
brother?
not- I did not recognize the name.
This
so I don't
is
know this guy.
well. I don't. He wasn't a friend of mine.
Right.
So, but the fact is that this guy was. He just kind of pissed me off, and it was really, really innocuous. But I responded to it because I just had a day,
Yeah.
and I wasn't having any.
You
I
didn't
wasn't
need it.
having
You
any.
know
Will
what?
you
There are
set the
times when
scene?
you don't
What's
need
that?
it.
Well, yesterday Buzz and I went back and forth on the tax.
Oh, on the lottery.
And the lottery,
Yeah, right.
and Buzz pulled that passive crap on me where it makes me look like an a-hole.
And you called me Hitler.
Yeah. But I mean,
Remember that?
when you go like this, Buzz, when you know you have a strategy. I know how you play it. I mean, really, let's be honest.
Okay.
You go. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Well,
whatever you want. And
I
you
don't
know
like
that I
to
come
fight.
across as an a-hole.
Right.
And your little minions of pussies out there, they all rally against me, and they want to attack me, and occasionally some of them get themselves in a real dander. This guy, I didn't get any other feedback other than this guy.
Right.
And even this guy, it really didn't count as somebody. I've had more of your people stand up to me, and that they
Buzz
can be
has
very
people?
Buzz has his peeps.
Not so pussy after all.
And
man.
well, this guy really didn't.
I don't have anybody.
This guy, yes, you do. Maybe
I don't.
maybe not.
No,
but
everybody hates
I know you
me.
don't have me.
this guy really didn't even reference Buzz.
Right on.
What he did. This is just. I share this because it's so petty, and I'm guilty as charged. And
Yeah.
I just had to.
But
share
you know
it.
what? You take great joy in it. I do. This is what the kids. You know,
I don't do it all that
It
often.
makes him happy.
The kids of today do this thing when they find some trait about them
Right.
that is hideous and unlikable and just unrewarding.
Well, there is a
you
group-
say, "I own that," and somehow it makes it okay. Well, you're owning your pettiness.
Don went through this. I went through this. The people that run the show go through this.
Right.
I have to do most of the talking. That's my job. I set it up. I set things up. I kind of facilitate the conversation.
Heavy lies the crown.
You drive the car.
I can be bombastic.
Heavy lies the head.
And there are people that just, they listen all the time, but they like to say, I like Buzz with his little throwaway comments. And that's fine. It's a big part of the show. And that's the way, outside of the news that he does, that's what he does. He'll throw that away. And it's just like, Mike, all he does is talk. It's that kind of mentality. And I know they're out there. And as long as they listen to the show, I'm fine.
Here's Blabbermouth again.
Yeah, there's There's go pick on Rob and Buzz today. That's all you do is pick. Well, yeah, I do because they do on me in their own way
Well,
too.
if you stop picking on Robin Buzz, the show becomes about 80 seconds long.
It's all crickets at that point.
But also in a different way. We all pick on each other.
Yeah,
That's,
right.
I really like to think that's
Fair.
true.
Does anybody ever write to you and say, stop picking on Oscar?
You know what? That's a fascinating discussion.
Because I have
That
no one.
truly is.
Because I have no one.
Don't they-
and they don't care.
Don't they, in fact, write and say, pick on Oscar more? Don't they?
No. Are you kidding me?
They might very well do that.
Jesus.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
the last email he got was actually from you.
I got booed on stage in Reno.
Oh, no.
People hate me.
No, it's not true. No, you
I
have.
don't blame them.
It's your catchphrase.
Yeah, that's my thing.
You have the crossover listeners. that come to us from Big O and Dukes.
Right. God bless them.
That listen to both shows.
Yes.
And they will occasionally, they'll engage me, but never not referring to you. They'll usually engage me on guns. They'll engage me on,
Wonder how you feel about that.
on fast food. And
Now, when
stuff
they
like
engage
that.
you, do they avoid eye contact?
Hey, Mike, I was just the one. When we were all working at the same radio station together, I go out to see the Big O and Dukes shindigs. I liked going.
Right.
I never did that. What a disc jockey
and
in
it was-
America I'd ever do that.
It was great because they would do 3 a week.
Yeah, we would.
I go out to their little fun and games, like their wrestling thing.
Right.
And this is just for the Ustreamers. And I knew the type of Big O and Dukes listener that felt that I was an interloper.
Right.
And they'd be like,
They wouldn't leer at you,
They
would
look-
they?
oh, I got leered at by somebody, and you're real stinky, hardcore people.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, and you know, leer is not the word. Because leer is like a sexual, it's more of like a sidelong glance of disapproval.
And there are the people that listen to the Mike O'Mara show that will always consider that Oscar is an interloper.
Oh, I'm an outsider.
But it's
Far from it.
But it does, because you are a vital part of this show. That definitely goes away with time. It
Right.
truly does. So it's not the same as it used to be with me. But getting back to this guy, this is so super petty.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid, and I'm embarrassed by it.
no. Be
But
not
it's-
embarrassed.
But I have to share it because this is all it was. And you guys are you unfriended him for that? So
There we go.
at the end of my day, this is 5:28 in the afternoon. This is when I've had my day. I've been running around for the goddamn baby shower. I don't need anything from anybody. I don't need your crap, people. Do you understand me?
that long commute.
But he did what I asked. I say, send me a personal message. Don't put it up on my Facebook page. And he did that. And his name is Jason Schwass.
All right.
SEHWASS. And he writes,
German.
I'm a huge fan and supporter of the show.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, anytime they lead with that, I
Yeah.
always question it.
Huge in capital
do.
letters.
I really do.
I'm a huge fan and
Oh, well, that
supporter of the
emphasizes
show.
it, yeah.
That being said,
Oh, see?
your lottery argument was 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Well, that's true.
And so
Can't argue with that.
I was. Thanks, Buzz.
No, I mean,
I
really,
appreciate
well, none
that.
of us get that 10 minutes back. So
Thank
that's
you.
fair.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to say that every show is 79 minutes, no one
That's
gets back.
exactly.
And
That's
we're,
my
and we're
point.
giving you son of a, you know.
So you would think that I could write, hey, I'm sorry you didn't like it. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree, but
Right.
thanks for supporting the show. Or, I don't know what your problem is. I thought it was an interesting discussion.
Yes, it
it's
was.
really the way I feel about the man and taxes, but I didn't do that. I didn't do any of that.
You didn't write him?
right before I blocked him. I went to 3rd grade.
Oh, no.
And I wrote back. I wrote back to Jason Schwass. I'm a huge supporter of our listeners. That being said, you can't spell Schwass without ASS.
Oh, dear.
I'm on Jason's side now. Sorry, man.
And then I blocked him, and I told all you guys to
Jesus.
unfriend him.
We didn't question.
That is so great, though.
Well, his name was SCHW.
You couldn't.
ASS.
It's comedy is your life. You couldn't pass it up.
Played like a true champion.
I thought you like insulted your mom or
Like
something.
a boss.
He didn't do anything. It was just it was nasty.
Caught you at a bad time.
It was. He did. It was snarky. It was snarky. It's like lick it. Lick my bag. You're right. A-hole. I don't like you anyway, but I did that. And then after I write that, I run and block him like it's some big deal. You can't reply. You can't reply.
Gotcha.
Oh my God! But it's social networking. Where would we be
Yes,
without it?
a
It
new
really.
world.
It was so much fun to do that, and so last night, Carla and I get in a fight because I mentioned it to Carla like 3 times because I'm laughing at it myself because it's so childish and so fun, and she didn't track with it.
She was
at all.
having none of
so
it.
What'd she say?
She's just like, okay, you should. I laughed the first time, the second and third time. Don't you think you're obsessing over him? And that's like saying me, what do you mean? Of course I am. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm obsessing over him? I don't always. I get a lot of weird stuff, but I normally sometimes I do. So
A lot of stuff.
because I went and I checked the guy out, and the guy's like, he's in this CrossFit.
I
thing.
saw that. I
He's
said, oh, it can't
skinny,
be that
healthy.
bad.
with his teeth.
We're not friends.
You know what? A lot of ingredients have to come together
Douche.
for you to really go into that mode. And sometimes the main ingredient is not the listener.
Right.
It's the other factors adding up.
Right.
Maybe if you've had a day, maybe if you're all geared up and excited about your weekend.
Yeah.
And, he just got caught in the crossfire. I'm sorry that we ruined
Well,
his-
let's not go that far.
What do you mean?
I mean, he brought it. I mean, he's
Yeah,
like, that
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
said,
As I
it's like,
said- but
screw you. 10
as
minutes
I
of
said,
your life
Mike,
you
I
can't
said,
get back.
Sometimes it's not the listener.
Yes.
This time it clearly was because
Yes.
he's a stain.
His page screams health and happiness.
It does.
Yeah, we
It-
hate
well,
that.
except for that mouth.
You know what?
I didn't know that.
Now it only screams health because he's unhappy.
Maybe not dental health.
Of course
Oh, I'm
not.
sure he's loving
Well,
this.
Mike, when you're doing CrossFit, who has time to rinse?
It's a hard workout.
Yeah, you did that.
Oh,
as
God.
Mike was drinking his beverage.
Okay.
Almost did
All
a
right.
spit take.
Anyway, it's baby shower weekend.
Yay, baby! Sir!
you must be all of Twitter.
You look
about
like a
that.
happy man.
You do.
God. All right. Yeah, it's baby shower weekend.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
And I always thought a baby shower was kind of just the chicks coming over. No, this is a full-fledged production. This is, what are you playing?
Baby. By Justin Bieber. Ludicrous.
Baby shower
I
weekend.
know you're a fan, yeah.
I guess 50 people coming to the house tomorrow. 40 or 50
The
people, I
house
think.
full.
Oi.
This is not just having a little bunch of women. I go out and play 18. This is I am taking Carla downtown this evening to stay at a hotel overnight because
Whoa.
the people are coming in to prepare the house for the baby
But
shower.
she plans to
Decorate.
attend the shower, though.
She is attending the shower.
I
Then
think that's
tomorrow
nice.
morning, my sister is flying in from Boston with her husband, Paul.
Yeah.
And they are flying in, and then I'm picking them up at noon tomorrow.
Busy.
And then we are driving back out
Are
here.
they flying into Rich Person International Airport?
Stop it!
I'm kidding. Hi,
My sister.
It's Kathy, and I love her.
They're staying at the 1% hotel.
1% arms.
Yes, they're the 1% arms. The 1% Astoria. So that's where they was stop it.
The grand 1%.
You're going to get me in trouble.
No,
before
no, no.
even
I
get
hope she
started.
remembers
My family listens to this podcast.
Wait. So they're driving all the way down here.
They're
and then
flying.
Flying.
Yeah, no. But they're flying. Well, they're driving here from DC, and then you have to drive them back.
No, they're flying into D.C. They're going to have dinner with friends tonight, and then we are picking them up at noon. We did not make a weekend of it, because I was instructed that we are to be out of the house on Friday night. That this is the preparations that have to take place for the big surprise.
Oh, I forgot it because of
and
baby.
stuff. Right, for the baby.
The streamers,
This is quite the party.
the stripper
Yeah,
stage.
it's quite a party.
Wow.
Because I just envisioned,
Some hens coming over.
Yeah.
a bottle of Sunny Delight and a cake.
Well, it's funny you mentioned bottle because I believe I'll get through this weekend at a certain point the way I get through everything.
Oh, yeah.
With just,
Tipping a few?
Yeah, I think there's going to be mimosas floating around.
All right.
I can knock back about 20 of those.
Mike O'Mara's unlimited bottomless mimosa fountain.
I mean, when your liver is in my condition, mimosas are like Orangina.
That's
true.
Like
That's
water.
It's like
really all it is.
when the average person is doing a juice fast.
Yeah.
That's when Mike is on the mimosa.
I think that really, is there a moth on Rob's head on that poster? Did I
Yes,
just
yes,
notice
yes.
that?
Yeah,
very
Okay.
colorful
It looks
moth.
like a nasty birthmark.
I was
Rob
gonna
is
say,
now
I'm-
the Mothman.
Mothman. I look a little bit like Amy Winehouse.
They say
Are you surprised at how much hair you had, like, even 3 years ago?
Well, I could have that much hair again. I just have to grow it.
Do you think it would look like that?
Yeah.
Do you think it would look like that?
he
Yeah.
said without certainty.
It would. In that angle, yeah, it would.
He's
The
not
thing
sure.
is there's a region, there's an island of hairlessness on the top now.
Right.
And that's why I kind of keep it close cropped. But let's talk about the shower.
They
So,
say-
what's your schedule like tomorrow? You pick up your. Do you pick them up today or do you pick them up tomorrow?
tomorrow
Pick them
at
up tomorrow.
noon, yeah.
Okay.
What time?
And I really haven't planned the evening. All right, I got to go public with this because I have to ask you this.
Just say it.
Is it necessary for me? I don't need to buy a gift for the shower, correct?
No.
I mean, that's
Oh,
not
no,
the
no, no.
husband's.
Mike,
No,
you've already given the gift.
I put the gift in her.
The gift of seed.
I put the gift in her belly.
Yes, you
Yeah, but when she opens
You're
the gifts,
crap, huh?
she opens the gifts. This is what usually happens. They open the gift in front of everybody else,
Right.
And they say thank you, and they gosh,
Right.
and they ooh, and
But it's
aw.
not.
It's not the obligation.
No,
of the
no,
father.
no.
Protocol does not dictate
No,
the
no,
husband
not
getting
that
a
I
shower.
know.
You should not have a gift. You should not even be here.
That's right.
You usually
Thank you.
aren't there.
Thank you very much.
Why are you
Unless
In more ways than one.
unless you walk in with a diaper and an oversized, comically large baby bottle, and then
mean
you
like
could be here.
Wearing a diper, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's always a good gift.
So you're not going to get a gift, which is fine. What are you going to wear?
I was thinking about that. I think we're going into D.C. Going to go out to a nice restaurant. So I think I'm going to wear school pants for that with a.
When you say that, I think of Angus from AC/DC. I think of a schoolboy uniform.
No, not short pants.
Like short pants, but nicely cropped.
Hell, screw that. It's 2013. I'll probably wear jeans and a nice
for the
dress
shower,
shirt.
which is here, right?
For the shower, I was thinking about.
He was talking about the dinner.
I was thinking about gym shorts.
I'm thinking for the shower, Mike, if you wanted to wear one of our fat baby T-shirts and
Right.
board shorts.
I think I can wear. I don't. Do I have to dress up for?
Just
you know what?
be yourself. Represent your wife and the family the way you know how.
I would say golf shirt.
Let me ask her.
Yeah, how about some slacks?
Seriously,
and a
I don't
golf
think you're
shirt?
supposed to be here.
Like
for
you're
that.
going to go golfing.
I gotta ask her because
He has some nice golf clothes.
Which he should do, actually. He shouldn't even be here.
That's right. I agree. You should not be
yeah,
here.
why are you
Why
here?
don't you take Paul
It's
out?
for the women's.
let me ask her. Turn that down so I can.
I went to a co-ed baby shower, and that meant we both had to be there.
Yeah, did you have to wear a co-ed and tie?
Okay, hold on.
Though I stared at everybody, and I said,
It's
no
busy,
one wants to
busy,
be
busy.
here,
Someday.
except for the women.
I don't know whether she's at the office,
Though the guys had
or
a
it's
great time
tanning,
drinking.
or it's nailing.
Maybe she's at the spa.
There were some cool presents, though.
The present we got her is not cool.
That's my
Oh,
world too.
2 thumbs up. Oh, did you run out of the registry?
Carrie took care of it.
Oh, come on. All right.
on.
I don't know what to wear. I guess I'll wear a nice pair of slacks.
Yes.
Golf shirt.
I mean, it's a casual party, right? It's a shower.
Wear one of your nice Nat Nash shirts. They always look good in those.
All right, I'll
and
wear
they
a
look
nice,
casual.
I'll
and
wear a
they look
nice shirt. But
Dress
I-
like an adult.
I like wearing I like being casual. That's one of the things.
Dress
I
like
really enjoy.
dress like an upscale disc jockey.
Well, shower weekend, fabulous shower weekend. When we come back,
Yes.
did American Idol have a winner last night?
They did, but
I
no
hear
one
they did.
cares.
No one gives a rat's ass. Then we won't talk about that.
Hey.
We will talk about Hugh Hefner buying his wife a widow's pad when we come back.
Oh dear.
Hey, Josh Murphy, come to the studio, please. Welcome back to the Michael Mara Show, everybody. This segment of our program is brought to you by CB Lucas AC and Heating. Have a seat, Josh. Take a load off
Make
for a
yourself
second.
comfortable.
Summer's almost here. I want
Dress
to tell
like
you,
that, Mike. Dress like that for the shower.
I have to tell you a story about a man who is not handy and a man who panicked because he thought his entire HVAC system was malfunctioning.
Yes.
Yesterday I came downstairs and it was a little warm.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I went over to my thermostat. I have a little 2-zone number, and down here it was blank. There was nothing on the little screen.
That's not right.
So I immediately freaked out, and I called my friend CB Lucas, Mike Lucas at CB Lucas.
Right.
I got a call back in 6 minutes.
It's true.
6 minutes from CB Lucas, because that's the way they roll.
It is.
I had somebody come out here to service the unit in less than 2 hours. This is not because I'm on the radio. This is because this is the way they operate.
That's right.
They are fantastic, and they will take care of all your heating and air conditioning needs. No sales gimmicks, just quality service and installation at a great price. CB Lucas also has special 0% financing for 48 months on qualifying train systems for TMOS listeners in the Northern Virginia area. For all your AC heating and plumbing needs, call 855-CB-LUCAS. That's 855-CB-LUCAS. Or click their ad on our website. When the guy came out...
I was wondering if you're going to mention the diagnosis, because it's a fascinating tale.
Now, usually when they come out, I would recommend anybody that's calling CB Lucas for any assistance has a severe problem.
Right.
In my particular case, the CB Lucas installed heating and air conditioning system was working perfectly.
Absolutely
Oh, how
nothing wrong
about
with
that?
it.
The thermostat
Yes.
had batteries installed incorrectly by yours truly.
Oh, wow. Wow. So the
The guy
batteries...
looked at me and said, I did it in a dark room. I didn't pay attention. And I thought I'd put 4 brand new batteries in there. And he said, you put them in wrong. And,
So
and
the
that was
batteries,
it.
much like the homeowner, polarity issues.
Yes, I have bipolar issues.
How many days did you go with, oh my God, something's wrong with our unit? That thought?
I don't know. I hate Rob.
I pulled an equally boneheaded
Yeah.
move with them, and they saved my butt the same way.
Yes, Mike?
I just felt like playing this again.
My thermostat is
Lucky to
great.
have a moth on your head.
CB Lucas, the best, and Mike Lucas, really, thank you very much.
He is the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Raw series that is coming to computers and iPods and iPhones near you. Ladies and gentlemen, our Raw series is super special this year. It's very, very. Where's the copy for it? Hold on
It
just a
was
second.
there yesterday.
Hold on
I'm
just
not
a second.
sure.
I think
Where
a moth
it is
landed on
today.
it.
I don't know where it is. It's floating around.
We
here
can
somewhere.
find it for you.
I
Sure.
know
We,
it's got it
you know what the
here.
problem
I
is?
just
We've
wanna
cleaned
make
the
sure.
studio, and now we can't
I
find
can tell
it.
you what you need to know, Mike. The episodes
Well,
drop
we're-
on the 10th and 12th and 14th of June.
And they're $5 for each episode.
$5 each.
And if you buy all three, you get the video raw series of home movies free.
We can flap our gums about it all day, but why don't we just play a clip from the Raw series
Let's
coming
do
up
that.
the week after June 8th. Let's listen.
The Mike O'Mara Show's Raw Spring Break 2013. When you'll hear Buzz Burbank say,
You know how when you dump trash into a larger trash can from a smaller one and you use a paper towel or something to push it down, it pushes air out of the basket. And
Ew.
And the air, in the case of Oscar's waste, it smelled distinctly like
Oscar Santana. Oh, my God.
I don't deny that. I twice today.
Now, keep in mind, when you get the Raw series, it is not censored.
It's not censored.
That's
You
right.
get to hear all the gory details.
You'll hear Buzz say that bad word.
That's right. You get to hear Oscar say that dirty word. But the music sting is still my favorite.
It's crazy.
I'm so happy you cut that on
Crazy.
tape.
Do we all have our $20 bills?
Yes, we do. So yeah, the Raw series is the week of June 10th.
Yes.
And,
10th, 12th, and 14th.
$5 a piece.
And
but-
if you buy all 3 episodes, you get the free home movies. Our VIP
Which are
listeners,
amazing.
VIP listeners get the videos for free
Right.
as well.
Lots of fun.
What was the deal if we won the lottery?
Oh, and if we win the lottery,
Josh?
only as a single winner,
Hi, Josh. How are you? Sorry to make you sit down and get up again. Here's $20.
if we win all $500 million,
Yes.
we're giving the Raw series away
Yeah,
free.
we are.
yeah,
No,
if we,
yeah, but only if we're a single winner.
all right.
That's right.
If we win, if we win the lotto, we'll do that. All right. Has everybody kicked in? Josh, do you want a piece of this? Do you want $20 to be part of the pool?
He's thinking.
I mean, you're a
he says
21-year-old
yes.
who's struggling. You can do that. All right. Now, how much money do we have total there?
Well, that would be $100
Is that 100 with Josh included?
if he includes himself.
Mark Ronick's not here.
Right.
He
That's
wanted to be in
convenient.
on it.
What's that?
He wanted to be in.
he didn't want to be in.
Send us a text, Mark, if you want in.
Okay.
He definitely wanted to. I remember.
Did he leave his $20 here?
No,
Has
you said,
he ever left $20 anywhere?
you said we should hang on to our money. I'll cover his 20.
No, I didn't say. I said we should hang on to our money until today, Buzz.
Yes, you did, but he's not here today.
So that's my point.
Right.
Well, he could have thought ahead and left it, is what he's saying.
Cover him, don't cover him.
I
I can cover him if you
Cover
want.
him.
It's totally up to you guys.
Maniac. Yeah, cover him.
I would
That's his
support
20.
him. He works very hard on the show.
I would say perhaps if we win, we could give him a small honorarium.
See, let's discuss. Now, did you already front Mark's $20?
I did.
Well, hold on to that for a second.
All right,
we haven't
that's
finished.
fine.
Give
No,
that
he-
back to
he
Mr.
hasn't-
Burbank.
he hasn't left yet.
Let's have a discussion about
Okay.
Right.
it. So what should we do?
Well, I thought we did.
Can I give you my 2 cents?
trying to entertain people
I understand.
sake.
Can I give you my 2
Here's
cents?
his 20 there. Now, off you go now. I've got to get home. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to do a show here. Yes,
What if we let him get in for like 10? Half a share.
$10 if we win the lotto?
No, just let him buy half a share.
Half a share. So what would that, the payoff is what, $475 million?
Let's call it for fun.
Pre-tax?
Let's
A little
call
higher
it
than after tax.
Let's call it $300 million for ease of math.
Pre-tax $475, right? What
Right.
is that? Well, let me go to the
I'll have an update for you. It's actually up to over $500 million. It's now $550 million is the projected total for the lottery
All right,
drawing
so
on Saturday.
if we do $500,000, okay, or $500 million,
Take 40%
and we,
of that.
Well, no, let's just use this for
All right,
math.
fine.
And then we're 5 guys in on it. We all get 100.
I'm sure looking forward to getting me one of them Rush Limbaugh microphones. I can't wait to dip this inside of gold.
That's your splurge.
Yes, sirree. I'm going to get the same microphone that fat ass has.
Mike O'Mara's solid gold electro
That
voice.
should be fun.
So
Okay.
we would each get a share. 5 shares would be $100 million
Yes,
each. If we
right.
go 6 shares,
What's that after taxes?
well, it would probably be
About
about
$60 million each?
about 55 to 60 million each. probably.
55 to $60 million each.
Right.
So do we want to muck it up with another player is what you're asking?
We bring it in, then we get about 80 million each, roughly.
If
And then after taxes,
$40 million.
$40 million.
$40 million.
Well,
which is enough to live on.
Based on the
I don't
discussion,
know.
based on the discussion that Mr. Schwass lost his
Mike,
life with
you're
yesterday.
obsessing.
I will tell you. Thank you. I want the discussion to be after taxes. That will help me as we determine how
right.
much Mark,
We lose
who
$20
forgot
million
to leave his
apiece.
$20. What?
We lose $20 million a piece, roughly.
Oh boy,
That's,
that's
a lot to
only-
lose.
we got to
that's-
think about that hit.
Only if we win.
20 million's a lot.
Okay,
lot
so
to
if
lose.
we're saying that it's 5 $500 million.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. We got that. And we're saying that if we are at $500 million, how much we lose to taxes? Like 60%?
I would say 60%.
40.
That's what
It's
it
at
is.
40, actually.
So do you keep 40%?
You keep 60%, you pay 40%.
Okay, then just for fun, let's cut it in half.
Hold on just a second, Rob.
Uh-oh.
Might as well bring him in on the discussion.
I think that's fair.
Calling Mark Ronick.
Business
What
manager.
time did he leave yesterday?
Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello?
Mark.
Yes.
Hi, it's Mike O'Mara.
Hi, Mike O'Mara. How are you?
How are you? Are you
Perhaps
you
you
usually
remember.
you usually listen to the show when you're on the road or you're home or you're doing whatever you're doing?
I was just listening in my car, and I just walked away from listening.
Well, we're having a discussion about the lotto and how we're pooling. We're having the lotto pool. Did you forget to leave your $20 here today?
Of course.
Okay, so we have this dilemma as to whether we should include you since your money's not here and the instructions were to pool all of our $20. What should we do?
I'll PayPal you the money, Mike.
Oh, smart.
That's a Jew
There
I
you go.
love. I love this guy. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mark.
Problem solved. Bye-bye. Take care.
Done and done.
So I have heard between
He solved his own problem.
I have heard
All
between
right.
40
I
and
can keep my
60% for taxes. Okay,
What's
so
that?
I've heard that you get between 40 and 60% after taxes. Just for round numbers, let's say we get half of what we win.
That's fair.
easy.
So for $500 million, we'd be left with
Here's my 20.
$250
That's Mark
million.
Ronick's 20 right there. There
So
you
at
go, Josh.
$250 million by 6, that would mean we would each get $41.6 million each, which would be a great way for Josh to open up his music school.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
What would
Yeah,
you do? What would you
do
do
it.
with that money? Would you start a music school?
I
What would you do with $40 million? Would you just say? Would you just f off for the rest of your life?
I would. Absolutely. I would just wander
So
and
nothing
do whatever
changes?
I want until I
Screw
die.
music, right?
Intern Josh's School for Music for those who are deaf.
Yeah, there we go. School of music for the deaf.
There you go.
I just want to commit to our listeners. If we were to get $40 million, I would continue to do this show till at least the 4th of July.
No, you wouldn't continue doing it? I think we've had this conversation. I love it.
Of course I would.
Yeah.
That's right.
Of
No,
course.
I would.
Of course.
Once a week.
To all the people that
I mean,
hate
why
me.
stop?
Maybe once a week.
Yeah, I think it might
Once
be-
a week? Isn't this fun?
It's fun. I love what I do. I do love what I do, and I'm not going to abandon our
I'm going to
listeners.
put.
an island.
I would put.
I'm not because of my windfall. When incidentally, when
It's gonna happen.
we win this lotto,
Positive.
Feeling good.
I am going to commit to that. That I will continue to do this show
But you know what? Don't
for the
commit.
future,
Don't,
for the foreseeable future.
don't
That's right.
commit to it, Mike, because you know what's going to happen. It always does. Whenever a large hunk of money comes to a friendship, we're all going to hate each other. Something's going to happen,
Yeah.
and we're going to
So-
hate each other.
And so the change will be noticeable?
Oh yeah, it'll be
Okay,
palpable.
All right.
So we're
I
all
have a
going
question
to just.
for
It's
Buzz.
over.
Since Buzz quit once before, I'm curious about how long would you last with $40 million? You'd be out of here.
He's
Yeah,
answered
I
this
would.
question.
You'd be out of here
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Esther Agut.
Yeah, he said he's actually told me in private. He's like, I just want to go hang out in a pool, and
That's
he's
what he
honest
wants
about
to
it.
do.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Lay around the pool.
He's older.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mike.
I would actually have it'd be a chance for us to bring in Brian Williams.
And for with that kind of money, you could.
Absolutely.
Did you want to
right.
call Brian and ask if he wants to buy into our pool?
But he'd have to format it exactly how Buzz does.
Yeah, it
it
would
would
have
have
to
to
be-
be all left-wing news, and it would have to
Finally.
He could do that.
be. Hold on, that's Mrs. O'Mara calling.
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
boy.
Hold on just a second.
Perhaps she
Does she
selected.
want into?
No, she selected the outfit that. he
O'Mara
wants to wear.
residence, Michael speaking.
Hi, Michael. It's Carla. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing fine, dear. Honey,
Hey, that I missed your call. What's going on?
would you like to? No, we're not going to let wives in. I'll give some of the money to Carla.
I do
If
believe.
we-
I think
that
that's
would be nice of you.
Yeah, we're pooling. We're putting together a lotto pool.
When you die, she gets it all anyway.
You wanted to ask her.
That's what's that?
Watch out for Buzz. You were going to ask her what you should wear tomorrow.
What am I going? What do you want me to wear to the shower? What's the proper? What is the proper?
Your bathing suit.
What's that?
Your swimming trunks.
Swimming trunks.
Swim trunks.
Can I wear shorts tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, excellent. So can I
and a
wear
tank top.
Stop it. A t-shirt? Is that all right?
But if you would like, that's
Well, no,
fine.
but I mean, really, tell me the
there
truth.
we go.
What do you wish for me to wear at your shower?
I really don't think about it. I mean, I don't care what you wear. Really.
To be honest,
You're
Mike,
not-
Then you don't care if I go?
You're not a factor in
yes,
No,
no
I
one's
don't
going to be
care.
looking
No,
at
but
you.
I'm not, I never think about how I'm going to dress you.
Oh, you don't dress
Maybe you
me.
should.
You don't dress me. You don't dress me.
I know I don't This is why I don't know why you're asking me this.
All right, so I'm going to wear, could I wear jeans and like a really nice dress shirt? Would that be cool?
That would be really nice.
And a bow tie.
Then I'm going to wear that like for the whole weekend.
I think that would be great.
The same dress shirt. Okay. Well,
Even in bed.
I'm really excited about it.
I know you are. I can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Are all the preparations finished?
They're gonna be.
Yep. And then we're leaving for the hotel at 4:00, correct?
Yes, we are.
All right, that's terrific. Love you, and I look forward to seeing you a little later on this afternoon. I might go for a little bike ride, though, just to clear my head.
It's a beautiful day.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye, mother of my child. There she goes.
No one will be looking at you, silly ass. It doesn't matter what you wear.
Not about you.
Because I don't matter. Well, it's the baby shower. We'll take a break, come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the program is brought to you by The Man. Woo!
Great.
It's the grill enhancement system, the grill enhancement system.
Enhance your grill.
That really actually adds inches to your grill. It's made in America. Your dad needs this. What dad would not want to enhance himself?
You know.
I hear you. You hear it. Yeah.
For
Hell yeah.
Father's Day. Man grates are 100% cast iron. They're the grilling grates that give you those wonderful little marks that look like real steakhouse quality marks. They're heavy cast iron.
Seals in the juice.
They prevent flare-ups.
They do.
I know that there was a summer in my hometown where we had just a string of horrible flare-ups, and every dad at the Little League games that they would go to, none of the dads had eyebrows.
That's right. I remember.
For an entire spring and summer.
It was really hard for a whole 4-month period. No one could tell if they were happy, sad.
Don't let this happen to your dad.
Couldn't tell.
It was terrible. They're named one of the best grilling accessories by Men's Health magazine. It's the Man Grate, and they have a fabulous Mike O'Mara Show grill brush.
I'm really glad you bring this up, Mike, because you know what's also is happening is
There's a brush?
The cicadas are happening.
Yes, they are.
And if you get cicadas caught in your car or anywhere,
Like the grill?
yeah, the grill of your car, it's really great for moving cicadas from there or from your face.
Yep. You ever hear those cicadas when they rub their legs together?
Oh, yeah.
Listen up to this. Scary stuff.
But they should get waxed.
Go to mangrate.com, enter the code TMOS, and you'll get our special price, just $19.99. And we thank you. Thank you to Evan and all the good people at Man Grates
Yeah,
that
amen to
make
that.
this
Great
possible.
family.
Yes.
And,
People.
Coming soon. No. The Man Grate Grill Enhancement System.
What?
The
grilling show.
I'm out of my mind. The grilling. Well, we got to do the grilling show.
We do.
Maybe in the next 2 weeks we'll do the grilling
I'd
show.
like
weather
that.
is right.
Hey, we could do it like the shower. We can go out for a night, and when we come back, the grilling show will be great.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Okay, so we've got the money to Josh.
That's right.
And,
Yep.
I was going to say we'd rub Josh's head for luck.
But
How about we just touch his head for luck?
Yeah.
Everybody touch
That's
his
fair.
head for luck,
Yeah, okay.
and then off you go right down to this corner and get him and bring him back
Yeah,
to us.
Powerball, right?
And then put him under that candle.
And Powerball.
Powerball.
Don't come back with
Oh my
100
God.
scratchers, you retard.
I thought that, but I just wanted to make sure.
You know why we can't rub his head? Because he informed us he hadn't showered.
Yeah, I haven't showered yet. I wouldn't advise
He just
doing
woke
that.
up.
I'm just going to touch.
Just
the top
touch
of
it. It's fine.
All right, get up and let's
just
go.
the
might
tip.
actually be
Come to us, my
bad
friend.
luck at this point.
Let's
Yeah,
just
tap
touch
that
his
thing.
head.
All right,
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
All right, very good.
Just weird is what it is.
Ugh.
We do the strangest things on this show.
So Rob gave it a real face bomb plan. All right,
I
here
want
we go.
extra luck.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Did
Yeah,
I
you
touch
touch-
it? I did touch it technically, right?
That was great, Joe
Okay.
Besser.
I
Nice
just touched
work.
it a little bit.
No touchbacks.
No, I'm
Tastes
just
like
kidding.
sweat.
That's
Tastes like
gross.
hipster. I can't believe they touched my head.
So the lotto drawing is Saturday night.
Tomorrow
Yes.
night, yeah.
And we will have those lottery tickets sitting underneath the red Christmas candle.
Will you have a moment on Sunday to go run the numbers so we know whether or not we have to come to work on Monday?
Is
He'll be
Josh
hammered.
is Josh going to be here Monday?
Yeah, he'll be here Monday.
He'll run the numbers.
Okay. All right.
I just feel like I like pulling the $20 bill out of my wallet and then handing it to Josh and having it. I feel like if I'm running around doing it, that
Because
I'm
what's
somehow
gonna happen-
buying into that
No.
BS.
What's
going to
happen, though, is you're going to turn on the Today Show Monday morning. They're going to say, a winner, the ticket was spot in Lynchburg, Tennessee. And you're
That's
going to go, balls.
You still can get something.
You get a
though.
million.
Yeah, we can get a million. We can get like
$12.
Yeah, absolutely.
15.
50.
How many
100.
numbers are we actually betting with
It's-
with the with
Isn't it
$60?
6 numbers and the Powerball?
Right?
Right?
So if we put in 620, that's 120. That's like 1,000. You get 10 numbers.
No, how many lines? How
you
many
get,
plays?
You get 10 numbers for $20. I found that out. It's like $2 a piece.
How many bets?
60 bets.
60 bets.
If it's $2 a bet,
At $2 a bet.
Yeah.
Only $6. It's $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was $1.
$2 for a number.
Things have gone up.
Yeah, $1 is for the scratchers.
Prices.
How do you think the jackpot got so big?
Yeah, we should maybe put 40 in.
No.
No.
I really don't think we're going to
Now
increase
you've got
our odds.
settle down.
You remember, I think it was the last
Imagine if we all
Powerball.
put $100.
That was,
Oh, then we'd certainly win.
The last Powerball was, I think, when it was just cresting $400 million. I think it was a Washington Wizard, if I'm not mistaken. He put in like $10,000. He bought $10,000 for the lottery tickets.
So stupid.
Yeah, it is. That was
So
throwing
stupid.
But he
Stupid
had
to
money-
buy the tickets or to play for the Wizards.
It's
Yes.
it's just dumb.
A series of bad decisions.
All right, I just want to. I got a bunch of stuff. Hey, Josh, I need you. Did he leave already?
Yeah, I think he might have left.
When he comes
we'll
back.
never see him again.
Yeah.
I got all my
told you.
stuff
Later.
over here that I wanted to talk about. I covered the baby shower
You want stuff from the
weekend.
printer, you mean?
Our picks for the Preakness. We have
Yeah.
to do that. This is a gambling show today. I'm sorry. This is a
It's okay.
degenerate gambling show today.
You got a lot on your mind. You got to take your mind
Now,
off.
the only horse that I know is Orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so,
odds-on favorite to win, right?
I think so, and make a really decent run at the Triple Crown. It says Preakness field dwindles as contenders complete works. And then there were 9. The Preakness field continues to be in flux as 2 more horses defected. Vijack,
Russian
I think that's it.
horses. Please to be giving me my oats.
And my track, I will splash the mud whenever the F I please.
When Josh comes back with our lottery tickets, can we send him up to Pimlico?
Hi. I remember. I'm old enough to remember the jingle for Pimlico, which was one of the great ones.
Was it Hi-Ho?
Hi ho, Pimlico.
I remember it. Yeah, it was.
Do you know that I worked for Mr. DeFrancis, who ran Laurel Racetrack
Now,
and
that was
also Free
as a-
State Raceway?
You were a jockey.
I was. That's right. I was known as Fats. And no, I had to go out back in the day when I had my own recording studio and had a production company, and I used to make radio commercials. That's how I made my living. And it's before I even got the job at WAVA. And Mr. DeFrancis, who I think has long since passed,
Yes.
he did not allow you to play commercials over the phone, and I would have to put them on cassette and take them on a
your
cassette
bicycle.
player on my bicycle. I would have to drive from the eastern shore of Maryland all the way out to Laurel, the aforementioned home of the Willow Lake Apartments,
Right.
and I would have to drive to the track and wait in his office for sometimes half an hour to play him
Yes.
the commercial. I couldn't do it over the phone. It was no editing, and that would
my
and there were 2, probably about total about 6 spots I did for the guy.
Right.
2 times out of the 6, when I brought that tape to him, he
Right.
would say, "I'd like you to change that word."
Of course. Naturally.
You'd have to drive
That's
back.
And I would drive back and drive back to
Pedal
play it
his
for him.
bicycle
again.
Jesus.
back home.
I was hustling. It was a good account. It was
Yeah.
it was a good account doing those commercials.
Then he gave you your $6,
It's crazy.
It
the
was
stuff
very-
that we
Here you go,
do.
kid.
and
was
then you
very
bet it
exciting.
all and lost it.
right,
That's
where-
what it was, Mike. He
What?
wanted to pay you at the track because he knew sooner or later we get it all. He wanted you to bet the money there.
It's going to be nice, right? It's going to be nice here in Baltimore. It's going to be a nice sunny day, so it's going to be a dry track as opposed to
Pretty
a
nice.
What they
muddy
call
track.
is a fast track.
What's it? Has everyone's been to the Preakness, correct? You've
I've not.
never.
I've been to
you've
the
never
infield.
gone?
The infield's a disaster.
You know the way you say it. I've not.
No.
It's-
Well, no.
You have that tone about it. Racing.
Well, I didn't mean that tone. I meant I never go anywhere, never do anything, never have any fun ever, ever, ever. That's
don't.
what I meant.
You sounded defeated when you said that.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. No, I'd
You
like
could
to go
if you
sometime.
wanted to.
I could, I suppose.
It's
I don't-
open to the
I don't-
public.
I don't
Wait,
even
everybody's
know,
talking at the same time.
I don't know when or where it is exactly. so.
Carrie and I went, I think, in like 1994, and we had tickets for the infield. And I was excited to see the race because I like to watch a horse race. We went. You access the infield under a tunnel
Yes, you
under
do.
the track. And when we went after we paid, I think, $20 to park in someone's front yard, we went under the tunnel, and there was a man with his hands on his knees throwing up in the tunnel. And I said,
Sounds about right.
you know what? This might not be our scene. And we went up and I saw the infield and I turned around and we were home in time to watch the race on television.
My God.
I have-
you left.
It was hell on earth.
I have been to Saratoga
Oh, I love it.
in upstate New York.
That's a beautiful track.
And I've been in a chariot race on the track in Saratoga,
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm familiar with the track.
Buzz also was in a chariot race in ancient Rome.
I think I had a good 5-year run. I'd go every year.
Practice
It's amazing to me how I mean they just have 9. They have 9 horses, and I would think that there were a lot more.
It's traditional that the field is cut way small for the Preakness compared to what's in the Derby.
As a Kentucky general, you should know this.
What's this about defecting, though? I've never heard of horses defecting before.
I think that they bag out of it because of one reason or another. Either they get hurt,
so they
or
just
they're
dropped out of the
concerned.
race. They didn't defect to another race.
I have no idea.
Or to another country.
It's like a scratch,
The
right?
field for the 2013 Preakness Stakes on Saturday, May 18th at Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore. Number 1, I guess this is, I don't know if they're doing it based on the position, but number 1 is Orb. And J. Rosario, that's the initial. You know, here's the problem. I try to get information on horse races, and there's so much BS with all the different odds and stuff with J. Stable, this stuff.
Sired by, weight of jockey, all that stuff.
Orb is the number 1 horse. Odds are 1-1. Golden Sense is the number 2 horse at 5-1.
Okay.
Titletown 5 is, I haven't seen one of those names that jumps out at me yet. 20-1 though.
Is my favorite Baltimore horse running?
Which one?
Weatherman Lowell.
Let me see. Horse number 3 is Mark's Drip.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. I'm making it up.
I was like, that might be the one.
Number 4 is Departing at 6-1.
That sounds grim.
Number 5 horse is My Lute. Mylute at 10-1.
Ooh, like money.
Then we have another 15-1 Oxbow at 51. Very boring names.
Yeah,
I don't have a name
horrible.
that will take charge at 10-1. Boo. Governor. Oh,
you found it?
I'm in. It's 15-1. I am laying down. I am laying down a bet for this.
What's the horse?
Number 8, Rob. You have to also.
What's that?
Governor Charlie.
Oh,
Well, there you
we
go.
have a horse. $10 across the board, Mike.
15-1.
Jackpot.
Governor Charlie. And what a horrible name for a horse, even though it's jive. It's My Lucky Day.
Oh,
number
hi.
9.
It's a fabulous name. Guess what? We're still in the Preakness, and it's my lucky day.
It has its own song.
You know, I wonder if when the people are taking care of these horses that they address them as
Right.
I mean, that's kind of
that
taxing,
well,
right?
and that's the thing. It's a somewhat inhumane sport because these horses are raised and trained to do this one thing, and then it's over.
It's
Their
my
career
lucky day.
is
Come
over
back
very quickly.
I have to confess, one of the reasons that
Nobody loves these horses.
One of the reasons that I brought up
shameful.
the Preakness horses is because last night our good friend Langer, Langer sent out,
you hump.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Langer sent out a message to Rob and myself because apparently Langer's family. Did you get that message, Rob? As far as did you understand?
I got like 6 words in.
Who was really requesting
I don't
it?
know. I don't care.
But it was. But Andrew, come on, be nice to Langer.
I replied. I gave him what he wanted.
Langer wrote an email that a friend of his has a. It's a dual family. I won't mention names, but they own a horse. Somebody in the family or the corporation owns a horse, and he was asking family members if they could come up with a name because they haven't been successful with that. And he said, I figured if there were any 2 cats who could come up with a name for this horse, it's you. They described the horse as a filly, yet to be named. She is a stunning light gray filly. Knowing the creativity in our family, I guess he's talking about Langer's family.
I never bet on a gray
I'd love
horse.
to hear what names you can come up with. Well, Langer's creativity was to call on us.
Exactly.
Rob and myself.
And I replied a one-line thing, but you did a lot of good names.
I did. The names I came up with.
Can any of them be aired?
Yes,
Most of
good.
them. Yeah.
Good.
Sylvia's mother.
I love that.
That's one that I have.
Dr. Hook,
Yes.
This. I went. It has to be 18 characters tops, right? Was that something like the pre-criteria?
I
for
did
that?
not read his letter.
All I know is I counted. I paid attention, and wait, I think he says that. Well, he forwards a letter from the guy that owns the horse.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I think Andrew Langer is a good guy.
He's a very good guy.
I think he's a nice
and
guy.
And a fine advertiser.
He's a fan.
Yes.
He's a good person.
Yes.
I
Love
consider
hanging
him
with
a friend.
Yes.
Like he literally has come and hung out with us.
He hung out with us in
Florida.
and it was just like one of the guys.
Right.
The one thing I do know about Andrew Langer is that he decides what he wants and he asks for it.
Oh,
do
he
you
does.
have time to deal with this? Apparently you do.
Well, that's the right.
Rob does not.
That's the right winger and lobbyist in him. That's
Yeah.
it's just.
I
like-
would never dream of asking you, hey, I just bought a dog. What do you think I should call it?
Right, exactly. It's what he
I
does.
remember when you got a cat, and I said, "Why don't you name it Temporary?"
And there are many things like that with
I
Langer where
should've.
I'm not going to pay attention, but this one I paid attention to.
I was so pleased you gave him what he wanted, Mike.
And let me see.
What did you write,
Feel
Rob?
free to send me his mail. I'll check to see. He mentioned the number of characters that you can put in the names, and I forgot what it was.
Well, that's
but
all
all
I
I know-
replied a hack joke. I
Because-
said it's girdle in the stretch. It's old, like Kenny Young.
Girdle on the stretch. I wrote Sylvia's mother, B. Arthur's portrait.
That is
I love that.
so top notch.
People would love that.
B. Arthur's portrait.
That's right.
If I'm going to a race,
You're
I
betting
want
on that.
I want a little comedic in the name. Grey Gardens.
Also
is-
good because of Gray Horse.
Gray, 'cause I did a whole thing on the Gray.
Right.
Yeah.
Play Misty for me.
Nice.
That was another horse
Right.
that I thought
You're
would be
being
terrific.
serious about this.
Yeah, well, I was
it's,
thinking old gray women,
Yeah,
and
and he was drinking.
Always is.
Had you had a drink?
Baba Waba
For
for Barbara
I
Walters.
like that.
Baba
Right, that's
Waba.
a great name.
Because you also would love to hear some announcer have to
Baba
fight
Waba.
with that name.
A kiss. I'm sorry, Baba Waba. 50 Shades.
Oh, that's good.
That's another
Yeah,
horse.
yeah,
50
yeah.
Shades. Misty River. That was maybe just sort of throwing it out there.
That's you being a queen.
A kiss is a kiss.
I like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then here's the one that I liked.
That's,
even though-
from as time goes by.
This is the one I liked at the end.
Okay.
Lady Beethoven.
Sounds classic.
I don't know why I
fun.
like that one.
Queenie,
I liked-
but,
I liked
Queenie,
it.
but classy.
That's like the St. Bernard movie, Beethoven. That's
It was
good.
Lady Beethoven.
I like Grey Gardens.
A kiss is nice.
I'm B. Arthur's portrait all the way.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
not B. Arthur's portrait,
That's a
I'll-
great-
So I'm going to put the money down on Governor Charlie for the Preakness.
How
and I'm
much?
excited about that. I don't know. I have to. First of all, if you're not going to, do you have to go somewhere to do it? I'm really as much
I
as
know
I'm
where
a
you
degenerate
go.
gamer,
I don't know either.
Right up the street.
to the sports pub.
Yes.
Oh, because he has that off track stuff on it.
You know better than I do.
Yeah, but I see.
Hold on, are we allowed to talk about that in the state of Virginia?
Yeah, it's legal.
What?
Is it legal here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not illegal.
Okay.
No, he's got
a-
screens and everything.
He's got an off track thing.
Then I would, if I were you, I would go 10 across the board. 10 to win, 10 to show, 10 to place. Or that way you win something if he comes in first, second, or third.
And that'll be about 5:30 tomorrow. That's when those horses are going to run.
I think
probably.
closer
Is
to
that when it
6.
goes?
I think closer to 6.
All right, very good. So I'll do that.
The Departed.
The Departed. That's
That sounds
Or
grim.
Departed.
well. Departed
The
is not in the
Departing
race.
was the name.
No, they scratched?
I think so. It's not.
I
in
thought
the
you
top
mentioned
nine.
the name.
Departing is departed.
Let me double
Oh.
check.
Or, Mike, you could do a series of exactas with Governor Charlie.
Exact. Is that how that guy won like
Oh wait, no, it is
$1,000?
Yeah.
Departing Oscar.
Departing, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Orb, Golden Sense, Tinseltown 5, Departing, My Loot, Oxbow, Will Take Charge, Governor Charlie.
Oh,
And
he's out of the race.
It is spelled CHARLIE though.
Well, that's just an error on
That's-
their
yeah.
part.
If
Typo.
If it was a Y, I'd be
Oh.
putting I'd be betting the house.
If
on
it's
it.
a Y,
What are the odds?
Mike, if it was a Y, he wouldn't find his way to the track.
Okay, so root for Governor Charlie at
Yes.
the Preakness, and in
Very
the
good.
event that it's my lucky day
Uh-huh.
wins, just know that that will make me just super pissed off.
Very good.
And it's my lucky day
We'll
because
brace
you
for
know
that.
there are women with hats out there going, "Well, how can the horse lose? It's my lucky day."
And then you'll look at the entitled ownership walking down to the midfield. At the end of
There's
the
got to be marketing around that.
if there's anybody at the baby shower that says, "I'm rooting for it's my lucky day," I'm going to put their face in the cake.
You're going to
That's
have
what I'm
such
gonna
a
do.
great time tomorrow. I can't wait to hear the recap on Monday. You really are.
Celebration.
It is going to be
I think
fun.
you're going to love it.
Really?
I really do, and I
Mazel
usually hate
tov.
things.
Before we go to break, Oscar and all you other guys, because you seem to know about this, I did not, and I just need to be personally
Okay.
enlightened on. Please enlighten me as to the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker.
Oh, Kai.
I'm
Yeah.
completely in the
Come
dark.
on.
Why don't
Do
I know
you
this?
remember we had a tape of him a little while ago?
You would know him if you heard the tape because he was such a surfer dude.
And he said, and he was hitchhiking, and he saw someone under attack, and he walked up with a hatchet.
Oh, now
and
I
he
know.
said, and I walked up and smash, smash,
Smash.
smash.
He's righteous.
Yeah,
And he actually has now murdered someone?
he's a person of interest. I don't know that they actually have found him
Right.
guilty yet.
Yeah, but it's strange because this guy went out of his way to save someone's life, and now, well, the big story is clearly after he became a YouTube sensation that he's being accused of murder.
Yep.
Okay, so that's it. Now I remember the guy, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Final casual observation
Yes.
of society. Last Wednesday, I was in Washington, D.C. to tape Mark Seagrave's show on Channel
Yes.
50,
Right.
the CW. Is that what it's still called?
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
So I was in there to
They
do
have
that.
all my favorite shows.
I'll let you know when that's airing because it's coming up. It's not going to be Is it going to be this weekend? Or I think it's the next weekend. And I noticed, this is just a casual observation. I'm sitting in an intersection. I'm running late, and I'm hyper aware of the fact that I might not be making my 6:30 arrival time.
Nothing
And
you hate more, by the way.
I go nuts.
Yeah.
I really counted on an hour and a half, and it's taking me a lot more time to get there. And I look, just a casual observation. I wonder if you see this in D.C.
Yes.
6 women. This is entitled 6 Women in a Crosswalk. And I walk by, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing totally unusual.
Another day.
First woman texting as she's walking across the street. Second woman has the earbuds, having a conversation, just drifting on.
Right.
They all went by, a parade of them.
One by
and
one.
I just became aware of the fact that we are so disconnected.
I see it all the time.
We are connected,
Yeah.
but we are not connected.
The new world.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
You
people.
just, in the city anymore, you don't see anyone conversing.
Not just in the city.
What
Right.
sucks is, and I'm sorry to cut you off, just because I see it every day. I probably saw it twice this week at a crosswalk because I hit so many of them leaving the city.
Right.
People walking to work, either texting or talking and not paying attention to what car is coming.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because there's a crosswalk here doesn't mean the a-hole driving is going to stop.
In their own world,
Right.
everybody, and I felt all of a sudden this overwhelming feeling of this is really not good. This is really, we're kind of like we're becoming so into ourselves in every little
Insulated,
way.
isolated.
And our technology has caused that. And it's just an observation. Man, I'm not the first person that's made that observation.
I was at Costco yesterday and I saw a family. It was a mom, son, maybe 14, daughter, maybe 12. Mom pushing the cart with her elbow because she was texting. Both kids also
Do you
texting.
think
Just
some of
walking
this-
in a pack.
Do you think some of this is because it's still kind of new? Do you think we'll get to
No.
a point where we begin to realize we're missing the world around us?
Well, I don't know, but I saw these 6 women, and 2 of them walked through,
Yeah.
and then I took care of the situation because I floored it, and I took 4 of them out.
Attaboy. I appreciate that you did that, Mike.
I did that just for fun.
So maybe pay attention, folks.
Sorry about that. You know,
I've done it myself.
Oops.
it was that. Tape the show right to the car wash.
That's right.
We're gonna take a break. When we come back,
Mind the grill.
it's Rob.
that a steer?
Rob's Magic Audio Ball coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Quench for Knowledge.
Yeah.
Join Rob Spiewak and Mark Ronick Wednesday night, May 30th. That's a week from next Wednesday at Quench in Rockville, Maryland for America's favorite trivia game, Quench for Knowledge. It's fun, it's free, and there are 5 big ways to win. Also get out there and enjoy the amazing food at Quench that is getting amazing reviews.
It's true, and well-deserved.
All over the city.
One quick addendum to the copy. It's a Thursday. Thursday, May 30th, that we will be there.
We've moved it.
Thursday. No, it's always been Thursday, May 30th,
All
but
right.
there's a typo on there that says Wednesday.
We'll correct that.
Yes, just so we
That's-
know. We don't want any confusion, you see.
That's one way to fix it.
There we go.
Mike, can I thank someone real quick?
Yes, go right ahead.
A wonderful listener sent me a Reading Rainbow t-shirt.
Yes.
I looked at the package it came in. No return address.
Okay.
No note. I threw it right on. It's
a great shirt.
I'm wearing it now. I just want to say thank you.
That's delightful. Why don't you wear it out to Quench on Thursday, May 30th?
I shall do that.
All right. So have I been saying all
May-
along
May
Wednesday,
30th.
May 30th?
May 30th is what people need to know.
Well, what happened?
Well, I guess I was told the wrong date, and I didn't compare it to a calendar to make sure that the 30th was not on a Wednesday, but instead a Thursday.
So Thursday you're at Quench.
Yes.
And, well, that's the
May
regular
30th.
night. That's
Yeah,
the regular
we
night.
normally
Never
do it on a
changed.
Thursday.
You've always said Thursday.
May
So
30th is the
Wednesday,
important
May 30th is no longer in existence on the calendar at all.
Right.
Yeah, there is
And
no
the-
such thing.
And the copy's no longer in existence either.
This is true. So Thursday, they have great food. They have great signature cocktails. And what time? You get started at 8:30?
8:30 and prizes, lots of fun. Everyone has a great time at Quench for Knowledge.
Please join Rob and Mark at Michael Holstein's Quench. Coming up Thursday, May 30th.
Will you entertain a question?
I will. I'm opening up the audio vault for you.
I got some texts
Yes.
from Josh.
Oh, here we go.
What's the
and,
problem?
and they read like this.
What was the road bump?
Do you guys want 6 $20 tickets, or do you want me to split them into more tickets with a lower amount? I've never played Powerball before.
$6
Oh, he's
$20
thinking
tickets
too
is
much.
fine.
Yeah, six.
It doesn't matter. You're getting the same
You're
amount
getting
of
the
numbers.
same, right.
He didn't know if we wanted individual tickets.
That's a fair question, but no, 6 of 20 is
He's
fine.
certainly detail oriented.
He is.
I didn't
like
want to
Josh.
blow it.
Tell him $6 $20 tickets.
I said,
have him
I
write.
said 6 is fine. Less words, the better.
Tell
Thank
him
you
to
very
lick it.
He also says that the 30th is not a Wednesday. That's a joke.
Nah.
He's now in charge of that.
Thank you
6
for
is
opening
fine.
the thing. Thank
That's
you for
very
opening
good.
the thing.
All right.
There's a movie coming out. They're calling it the Older Guys versus version of The Hangover. It's called Las Vegas.
Okay.
And the star is, the most notable star is Morgan Freeman, because I think for the first time, Morgan Freeman in the trailer plays drunk. And it's funny to see Morgan Freeman play drunk.
Okay.
Here he is talking about mixing vodka and Red Bull. From the trailer.
4 Red Bull vodkas.
Well, these Red Bull vodkas are strange. I feel like I'm getting drunk and electrocuted at the same time. I probably should get up and dance, but I'm used to having a partner. Well, it doesn't seem to matter to that fella. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe not. Maybe now.
That's pretty good acting.
I like that a lot.
It's got potential. Any other big names in it besides Morgan Freeman?
I think Bob De Niro and Michael Douglas, too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Las Vegas.
Okay.
So check it out.
That might be
Sounds good.
something.
Did you watch, I haven't been a real frequent watcher for years, but did you watch the last episode of The Office last night?
I did not.
And you know what? Pretty good. Really? Good writing. It's a good show.
I'm 8 episodes behind. I hope to see it soon.
I'm invested in a lot of the characters there.
You're 8 episodes
I am.
behind.
Yeah.
I am.
Who knows that?
I don't know, but all I know is that where he is at on his TiVo, Steve Carell is still on the show.
That's right.
See, if I'm 8 episodes behind, that's a season. And that's like, why are you even watching?
I've been busy watching other stuff.
When Steve left, or Steve Carell left,
Yeah.
I thought that show was gonna. I thought it was great. I didn't like some of the obvious jokes when I would watch it, but I still would watch it. But you're right. It's the writers that made that show amazing.
The writing is incredible. There was a great 1 hour retrospective before the show that really was a sort of a celebration of the writing. I enjoyed it a lot, but I was surprised. Buzz, spoiler alert. Of course, by the time you get to this episode,
I've already
you will
heard.
have forgotten.
Somewhere in mid-2015.
Steve Carell did come back last night.
Yes.
And he had a great entrance. He was going to be Dwight's best man.
Okay.
And this is when he came in and he appeared. No one expected it.
Michael, I can't believe you came. That's what she said.
Michael, I can't believe you came. That's what she said. And then he had very little dialogue, Steve Carell, but there was a scene where Dwight and Angela got married. And of course, Jim and Pam are together, and Steve Carell looks over and says,
I feel like all my kids grew up and then they married each other. It's every parent's dream.
Every parent's dream.
You're right. You've so aptly demonstrated that it is the writing. That is just, anybody can deliver those lines. They're not, you can't screw them up.
And it took a lot of criticism, but I thought it really held up very well, even in the final season when everybody else was saying it. It
was always a go-to.
I can't even tell you why I drifted away from it. I wish I hadn't, it was a go-to for me for so many years.
Happened. That's how I got behind, really.
It's that's what she said. When everybody starts saying that,
it
so hacked.
It sort of became a cool underground show, and when it went really mainstream, it wasn't as much. But they did show the clip. They did show the clip of Steve Carell hitting the redhead with his car, which I rank among maybe the top 5 funniest.
Meredith.
Yeah, Meredith.
Meredith.
Right.
Meredith also had her with her breast hanging out of the sundress. She's funny. Very funny. I've not gone to this for a long time. Someone sent me this. This really made me laugh. Mike, let's see what's going on with the Onion News Network.
It's the Onion Radio News. Jerry Lewis undergoes emergency Gefleugel surgery. This is Doyle Redland reporting. Comedian Jerry Lewis was rushed into emergency surgery at a Los Angeles hospital today, shortly after he arrived at the emergency room complaining of a Versprecht in his benoinum. According to Dr. Jacob Weiss, Lewis's Gefleugel had gone all screwy with infections and had to be removed immediately. Doctors have prescribed Lewis several weeks of bed rest with the sleeping and the flowers and the nice ladies in the herd. For the Onion Radio News, online at theonion.com.
That's somebody who gets it.
Still makes me laugh.
That is someone who gets it that wrote that. And you know what's great about it? Is how short it was.
And also,
that's perfect.
His delivery, always.
Can you play that one more
you
time?
Bet. Let's go to the news.
It's the Onion Radio News. Jerry Lewis undergoes emergency Gefleugel surgery. This is Doyle Redland reporting. Comedian Jerry Lewis was rushed into emergency surgery at a Los Angeles hospital today, shortly after he arrived at the emergency room complaining of a Versprecht in his benoinum. According to Dr. Jacob Weiss, Lewis's Gefleugel had gone all screwy with infections and had to be removed immediately. Doctors have prescribed Lewis several weeks of bed rest with the sleeping and the flowers and the nice ladies in the herd. For the Onion Radio News online at theonion.com.
That was just, you hated that, didn't you, Oscar?
I just was trying to.
He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand it.
Okay.
What's a Glafloigan?
Can I explain it to you? Jerry Lewis, who used to do his shtick, would always do that kind of
made up
gibberish.
fake, almost like a Yiddish thing.
I've got the Glafloigan with the Fergal thing.
And that's
so the funny here is a newsman doing that in a straight voice.
And also the reading, he says, with the flowers and the knights
and the hern.
And the hern. Do you know the name? Do you know of Zoe Saldana?
Sure, she's hot.
Yeah, she plays Uhura in the Star Trek movie that's opening today.
That'll work for me.
And, normally when an actress speaks, I don't really care what they have to say, although I enjoyed when she said this.
Whatever I decide to do with my sexual preference will be my prerogative and my right. And as of now, I've been attracted to the male species. I don't know if that will continue, but if one day I wake up and I feel differently about who I find attractive, I will do that, and I will be supported and loved by those that support and love me.
So damn right you will be.
You're telling us there's a chance.
Thank you, baby.
Species.
She seems
like sex.
She kind of misspoke on that one, but I'll just say you go for it, Zoe.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Anna Pierre, Mike, is running for the mayor of North Miami, and I really honestly don't see how she can lose because she got a great endorsement. She was endorsed by Jesus Christ.
Well, this is funny. Listen, if he likes me more, I don't know about if he likes me more, but what I can tell you, I know he loves me very much. Because my Jesus, if it wasn't for him, I would not even be standing here. Yes, Jesus endorsed me. I'm not, well, if I'm a freak and not for Jesus, let it be. Let the world know that Jesus is it. And when you have Jesus on your side, you can't go wrong. Any faith, anybody. Yes, I'm endorsed by Jesus, but I'm going to be the mayor for all North Miami. Thank you, Channel 6.
Thank you, Channel 6.
All right, question.
Yeah.
Do you get that voice? Do you get that voice from partying? Do you get that voice from just screaming and yelling all the time?
That might be it.
Or do you get it from just being completely fat and out of shape?
You get that voice from Jesus.
Well, she's got the accent, too. My mom says, instead of yes, she says chess.
Jess?
Oh, kind of like Ryan Lochte.
Yeah, chess.
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 Political notes, since we're on the subject. Jennifer Palmieri, White House Director of Communications. Jesus. Don't ever put her on camera again. She's horrible.
Really? That bad?
Absolutely the worst I've ever seen. You want to know why the Obama administration has some problems communicating their message? Take a look at this broad.
That's her?
And she was up there going, like that. Remember that name? Look for her. Mention her by name. Jennifer Palmieri. I just watched her yesterday, and I had to take a note of it.
Did she say, thank you, Channel 6?
Thank you, Channel 6.
She should.
All right, now, Mike, I'm not saying that your mom is up to no good.
Right.
I'm just saying that there are things going on in retirement homes that you should be aware of.
Oh, Jesus.
Mike, as they used to say on NBC, the more you know.
Oh, no.
David Letterman.
You know when I say senior citizens home, old folks home, retirement home, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And this happened recently in New Jersey at a retirement home in New Jersey. Some of the older girls running a prostitution ring out of a senior.
Oh, okay.
Really? Well, on the bright side, at least somebody's visiting Grandma.
Have a great weekend, everybody. That is your Magic Audio Vault.
Thank you, Rob. We'll take a break, come back with Buzz and News as we wrap up the week on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Let's get him right in here, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for news. Josh, put the lottery tickets under the candle.
Neatly, please.
And then put the candle back.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, we're ready for the big game.
On the kangaroo.
Do you think they should be straighter than that?
And the news today.
I think they should be perfect.
It's brought to you by Encore Insurance Services, LLC, the people who bring you this show every weeknight on 102.9 WTNT. Even if you already have life insurance, you might be paying too much. Encore might be able to help. For a free quote, visit smartterm.com or call 866-347-5748. They compare rates to help you save. License and disclaimer info at smartterm.com. Encore Insurance Services.
So easy.
Insurance man.
The projected jackpot for tomorrow night's big Powerball lottery drawing was up to more than $500 million at last check, before taxes, of course.
Solid.
The jackpot total is now estimated to be $550 million, and ticket sales are still climbing. We're approaching the record jackpot of last November, which totaled nearly $588 million.
This is going to be so great when we win.
It's going to be incredible.
Used to take months for a jackpot to grow like this. Now it takes only a few weeks.
If it gets up to 600 million, that'll be like 100 million for each of us.
That's right, but
Excuse me.
Before taxes.
Absolutely.
You have,
and then you know what you're going to do? You're going to run home, and what are you going to do, Josh?
You're going to boom.
you have till tomorrow night to buy a diminishing chance at winning the jackpot or a number of lesser prizes. Ironically, your odds of winning just 1 or 2 million actually go up as the jackpot grows, and there could be as many as a dozen or more $1 million winners. In Geneva, Illinois, just outside Chicago, a man just found an old lottery ticket in his cookie jar that he now knows is worth nearly $5 million. The timing could not have been better. He was fighting foreclosure on his house.
And this is also a guy. Is this the same? This is the same guy that lost his daughter.
Yeah,
and
the daughter had actually purchased the ticket.
His daughter purchased the. Did you know that?
No,
in
I
the story.
didn't.
It was the real story behind this is that his daughter had purchased the ticket, put them in a jar. He never checked them, and the greatest sadness he had as far as the foreclosure was that he was going to lose the room where his daughter had grown up.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
It
He
was
looked like
also
just a
sad,
sweetheart of a guy.
Also said that the cookie jar had no cookies.
And thank you, Rob.
The Cookie Monster.
Appreciate that.
And you get upset when an airline loses your luggage. Imagine how the owners feel about these $625,000 in gold bars that just got away from American Airlines.
Where are my gold bars?
Video surveillance shows 5 workers wheeling the gold out of the cargo area. The empty cart was found a short time later. American says it is assisting in the investigation.
Just got a text from my sister. We had a little problem with the airline. We will not be coming to the shower. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That's a joke. See, that's the Richie Rich.
I think he's
I was doing that one for you.
They get it.
Yeah,
But as we've learned over the last week or so, incompetence happens not only in the private sector, but in government. Today, an even fresher example, the Justice Department says its U.S. Marshals lost 2 known or suspected terrorists who were in the witness protection program. In fact, CNN says the department isn't even sure how many known or suspected terrorists it has put into the witness protection program.
Bad record keeping, Mike.
The program is apparently so good at hiding old identities, the marshals kind of lost track. It's now combing through 18,000 files to try to get a handle on this. We've also learned terrorists have been allowed to fly on airlines over the U.S. because the Justice Department failed to tell Homeland Security it had put these guys into the witness protection program. The department says it has stopped putting anyone into the witness protection unless they're in the event they're already on the no-fly list.
That's scary.
Maybe they stole the gold.
It all ties together.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah,
I would have stolen the gold, but I didn't want to kick in 50 cents for the smart cart.
Wrap it up with a nice bow.
Golden bow.
President Obama, meanwhile, is pushing back against some of the criticism of the Justice Department's look at reporters' phone records. The president says it was about finding national security leaks that put men and women in uniform at risk.
You know, as much as I don't like to like a guy at the IRS, I was watching the hearing today.
Yes.
And he's not taking any crap. And I think more and more people, I want to see the truth come out.
Course.
That's what's the most important thing. But when you see the guys that really now, Congress has gotten so burnt out on the grilling deal.
Yes.
And they used to be so intimidating.
Used to be a big deal.
Now people are like, F you.
It's another day of grilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Kick rocks.
I'm like that. I kind of, ever since the Janet Jackson incident,
Right.
where they brought the CEOs of the broadcast companies in front, and they, what it is just a format. Bless you, Buzz. It's just a complete vehicle for Congress people to flap their gums. Absolutely.
Yeah. You know who else doesn't take any crap?
Who?
Little Jabril.
How about Little Jabril? There we go. Yeah, Rose Garden.
Addressing another so-called scandal, the president's asked the Defense Department to be more ready in the future to defend our people in foreign embassies. That will, however, require the cooperation of Congress, which has to approve the money to make that happen. There is, as Mike just pointed out, a new sheriff running things at the IRS. The name's Werfel. Daniel Werfel, a higher-up from the Office of Management and
He
Budget.
used to be a quarterback.
He's the new
didn't he?
acting
Danny Werfel
commissioner.
was a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, journeyman quarterback, and now he's in government.
I'm Danny Werfel.
How you doing?
How you doing?
We'll see you at the prayer breakfast.
Oh, and once again, seriously, safe home, Dick Trickle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very sad.
I had nothing to do with that.
I know you did.
So I guess this means the softball game is off. The IRS softball team, uncomfortably named the Cheetahs, has canceled today's scheduled game against the office of a Republican senator who's been one of the IRS's sharpest critics this week, John Cronin of Texas. The IRS now says that because Cronin has badmouthed it on Facebook, the game has not been rescheduled.
That's just it's so DC.
Don't you hate it?
You know, hey, the senator's office is playing the Internal Revenue Service. You know, I mean, how about a nice warhead at that game?
And I bet they're playing at that Dick Field right at the base of the Washington Monument.
That's the name.
The one you see where you come in, right? You're driving in on Constitution.
That is Dick Field.
You need to know this. A new sampling of swimming pools by the Centers for Disease Control says 58% of our pool water tested contained fecal contamination.
Yes!
The good news, only 2% of the pool water was bad enough to give you diarrhea.
Ew.
But 59% of the pools were bad enough to give you an ear infection or a skin rash.
Nasty.
And the CDC says most of the contamination comes not from leakage, but from failing to shower properly before diving in.
Luckily, Buzz's pool is owned by a doctor.
Yeah, that is lucky. And finally, while we're grossing you out, in far northern New York, up around the Canadian border, Potsdam, New York, a man has been arrested at a grocery store for rubbing the pepperoni with his pepperoni. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This pepperoni tastes funny.
Hey, that's a spicy meatball.
That's it. Good week of shows. We will be back with another week for you next week. And our show today was brought to you by Vistaprint.com. Tomorrow, next week, lottery fun. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's baby shower time. Remember, Vistaprint, get that 250 cards, top quality for $10, and they pay the shipping. Have a fantastic, safe weekend, everybody. Good luck at the Preakness.
And great bonus show. Make sure you check out our bonus show this weekend.
Bonus show today is wonderful. It is Pass the Hat. I
Great
think you'll
game.
like that.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Jennifer.
Thank you.